Good evening, folks, and welcome to another Alan Osborne edition. I'm going to have to turn on the caption contest because I got to take you back to February of 2021. And the audio is so bad on this county meeting. Chaz Galloway must have been in charge of it back then. Ha. But today I'm going to introduce you to Lucky Chucky. Now, people go, who's Chuck Wilder? I thought he just entered the race, but we're going to catch up on Chuck Wilder. First, one of his background jobs is he's a Mikey minion. A minion from Mikey, meaning he's part of the old sheriff gang that worked together at the sheriff's office. You know, Barker, Boots, Chuck Wilder, that's where Lucky Chucky came from. And Chucky's part of the closer kin, deeper in inbreeding of politicians, and he's Boots's cousin. He was also Boots's campaign manager. Now, during the campaign, Lucky Chucky was kind of loud online and said a lot of bullshit, didn't you, Chuck? It wasn't true. And then he took it back. And if he says he didn't, I've got the post. We'll just see what he admits to. But old Lucky Chucky got told over and over during the election that he could not be on the planning board, but because he's Boots' first cousin. But in typical Walton County fashion, Boots and Chuck thought that they were above the law, just like everything else, and so Boots still appointed Chuck Wilder. So here's Chuck at his first meeting, and I'm just going to have to narrate and leave the closed captioning on since the volume is so poor at the county's recording. And we're going to go and see what's happened. So Chuck's in the seat. See his little name tag there says Chuck Wilder. And Chucky's one of there's old Dan Cosin sitting next to him. And look to the other side of the room, we got Larry Jones and Sidney Noyes with their Democrat mask on. No big surprise, but Sidney can't get off the phone. Watch the county attorney here to the left. Now, Chuck was told online that this was illegal and unethical for Boots to put him on there, but he didn't care and he showed up anyway. So let's pick it up here on February 11th, 2021, when Lucky Chucky Wilder graces Walton County politics because he's really interested in a garbage contract. That's the whole business. And how much can he line his pockets? Him and Boots had a falling out, and now he's in the race. Chuck, ain't you just how often have you even voted, Chuck? I mean, aren't you old Lucky Chucky Democrat, Up, Chuck, say, let me tell you some other history on Chuck. Chuck showed up when I was in a sad note. The Freeport Republican, Jacqueline Dabney, passed away today, and I spoke at her event one day, and Chuck showed up. Well, imagine this, with Trey and Nick, hand in hand like two little Bobbsey twins, dressed up like real bikers trying to go somewhere. But I told them like it was at that meeting. They didn't know what the hell to say, and they left. But this was later on. But old Lucky Chucky, he was sure he was above the law because Cousin Boots had been elected. So here we go. Let's see what's going on. So Mac's telling the board what's going on. The main thing that's going on is Mac's telling them what's going on the board, and they're moving along. Now, hold on a second here. So, Lee Perry just welcomed Chuck onto the planning board, and Chuck's there. Now, Sydney's over here to the left texting like a mad woman. Now, they say, Alan, how the hell you know what she's texting? Well, I've got Sydney's text. You know who Sydney's texting? Scott Brannon, who's trading Nick's aid. But somehow he's all up in Boots' business because, that's how they do the Sunshine Law. Trey sends Scott over to talk to Boots, and Scott's texting Sidney Knowles saying, Chuck Wilder is not supposed to be in there. And oh Lord, Alan Osborne's going to find out about it. I'm going to go print those texts out. Because they know they're breaking the law, and he's telling Sidney, and Sidney's like not having any. So watch what's going on. Watch the attorney, and watch Chuck. just oblivious. And that's what he'll be as your commissioner. He's over there worried if he can get a garbage contract. Go ahead, Chucky. Mac, go ahead. So anyway, we're going to go through some announcements. Hold on. So here's Mac putting an item up to vote on. Now watch this. Chuck's not supposed to be voting. You have a motion. Now look at Sydney. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. They're voting. All in favor. Look at that. Sydney starts whispering to Larry over here. Oh, fuck. Chuck's voting. He's conflicted. We're in trouble. Larry goes, well, fuck, what are you going to do about it? Sydney goes, I don't know. Look, Scott Brandon's texting me saying, yeah, they're first cousins. They're fucking inbreeds. And Larry's going, well, shit, that's normal around here. And Sydney goes, but are they allowed to inbreed? And Larry goes, shit, I don't know. Won't you make a decision there, lawyer woman? She says, well, hell, I better do something. This shit's about to fall in my lap. I'm not going to read any of these planning applications. Fuck this. I'm just going to keep reading these texts from Scott Brandon. Now they got me in a fucking mess. They're going to fire me soon anyway and replace me with Clay. And this is part of the setup. Oh, shit. So Sydney's texting everybody going, how in the fuck do I get out of this? And time's marching on over here with Lucky Chucky on this side. Chuck's just going through his shit. He's getting acquainted with his new job. And Sydney's over here shitting square bricks. That's right. Not just regular ones, but square ones. Anyway, so here we are, moving on. Sydney's still typing away. Chuck's oblivious. He didn't give a shit if he's breaking the law. Larry's like, fuck it. I'm about to retire. So, here we go. Sydney's still typing away. Oh, there comes a future board member just came in, Dean Burgess. Yep, he's going to be presenting stuff so he can get up on the board. Yeah, Sydney's like, I don't know what to fucking do. Now, like I said, I've got these texts from Sydney. They were public record. And she's like, oh my God, they are cousins. Shit, it's all true. I still don't know what to do. I'm going to have to make a fucking decision. I haven't heard anything anybody's saying because I'm too busy typing on my phone to Scott Brandon about this corrupt ass shit I've been set up for. She still can't believe it. She don't know what to do. Chuck's staring at great penis envy at Lee Perry. Now he's looking up clueless because he doesn't know what's going on. He just wants to know when the garbage contract's coming. Sydney tells Larry, hey, Larry, we're fucked. He's been voting. I tell you what, Larry, I'm going to go around and pull him out of here and task him what the hell he's doing. I'm just going to have to make a decision. Now, they're going to fire me for it. And Clay and them are going to vote to hire, Boots are going to vote to hire Clay. This is part of how we got Clay here. This is how we get this shit. Now, here comes Stephanie Manning. She's a sorry ass that used to work in code enforcement. And now she's created herself a little job as a minion. But Sydney doesn't really care about Stephanie. She's like, Larry, I got to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. Shit. I'm going to haul my big old honey around here. And I'm just going to skip around. Excuse me, coming through with a Democrat mask. Hold on. Chuck's clueless. He's got his mouth open catching flies. Hold on. Hey, Chuck, we're going to have to talk about this corruption shit in the hallway. You come on here with me. Chuck goes, damn. So Chuck disappears and Sydney disappears. Lee Perry is oblivious. He's just moving it on. He don't care if there's an attorney. He don't even care if he has all the members, and Mac leaves too. So they got there to talk about the shit show. Darren Cosin wants to know who's trying to lie. Larry Jones over there going, God, I won't be the administrator much longer. Thank God. Chucky's still gone. Now he's out in the hallway arguing with Sydney, but I'm Boots' cousin. I can do what I want. Uh-huh. That's what I'm a doing. Yep. Lucky Chucky. Lee's like, nobody wants to object. I mean, we're gonna vote for it, but I don't know why anybody'd want to vote against it. I mean, I've been here 20 some friggin' years, and I sell stuff to people. Anybody want to speak on this? Does anybody know where our attorney went? No. Larry, what are you doing here? You're the county administrator. What you doing here? It's the planning meeting. All in favor? Does anybody know where Chucky went? So Chucky missed this vote. He voted on like 3 things before. Now that's really key, that the stuff Chuck voted on before. I don't know if it's quasi judicial or anything, but the fact is that Chuck came to the meeting. They welcomed him as a member. The meeting was started. The attorney didn't stop it. Larry didn't stop it. Chuck didn't recuse himself. He just jumped right on in there, and Dan's going. Dan moves his chair and goes, "That thing smells. I got to get it away from me." Notice Chucky don't look nothing like his Facebook picture. Here comes Chuck back going, "What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh shit." And then Dan leans in and says, "Hey, we voted without your ass. What happened?" He goes, "Shit, I don't know. I'm going to jump right back in this shit, even though I ain't allowed to be in it." So Sydney's out there shitting bricks, calling probably Scott Brandon and everybody else going, "We have screwed up. We got Boots' cousin representing Boots on the board, and he don't care. And I told him." He went back in there and sat down anyway. Oh, ain't he gonna leave? Somebody text him and tell him he can't be here. For God's sake, make him go away. So Sydney's out there staring through the doorway. I was here when this happened. This is hilarious. Yep. Now Chuck's got his hands interlaced. That's a sign that, look what he's doing with his fingers. These are all nervous signs. He's actually praying that the corruption gods will swoop in and tell him it's okay because he's Boots' cousin. Yeah, DNA matters. Yep, we looking around. Public Work is looking. A staff created condition. Look, Sydney is still freaking gone. Now Larry's got in the game. He's texting somebody. He's probably going, "Boots, what the hell did you do that for? Can you make Chuck leave?" Chuck still got his fingers interlaced. He's like, "Fuck, I've done been fired. Well, must get me a min over here." Here comes Sydney through the back door. She's like, "Oh shit." Now she got her marching orders from Clay. Yep. Now her and Larry gonna whisper about it. "Sydney, what are you gonna do?" "Well, he can't vote, Larry." "Oh shit." "Well, I'll just make a statement like he hadn't voted on anything, like he was never here, and then we'll correct the records. Watch this shit, Larry." I tell you what, Larry, I'm gonna make it like he was never here, okay? Watch me. She's getting ready. She's just waiting for this guy to shut up. Chuck still doesn't know if he should leave. "Hey, Chuck, if you get overloaded, scratch your butt and wind your watch, not the other way around. Don't scratch your watch and wind your butt, okay?" Sydney goes, "Okay, I'm going to step in here in just a second. What? Let me get a drink. Let me get my courage up. Get me in. Okay, here I go." You can't even hear him. I got my volume wide open. Yeah, Larry and Sydney still don't know what to fucking do. Like Sydney goes, we got to get him out of here. He can let him sit there all he wants to, Larry, but I'm gonna tell everybody he can't vote. That's what I'm gonna do, Larry. Larry goes, fuck it, I don't care. I'm retiring next year. This thing's gonna be a shit show. That's what Larry says. Sydney goes, one more drink of courage. Yep, this guy's got to stop in a minute, and I'm gonna make sure that they fire me. I'm not gonna let them get away with it, and then they're gonna fire me. Yep. And Chuck still got his hands interlaced together. He's like, no garbage contract for me. Shit. Sydney, Larry, and Chuck hadn't heard a fucking word. Lee doesn't care. He's just scratching his head. Barbara's paying attention. Dan's paying attention. Peacock seems to be paying attention. And the other guy's staring off into space. And Michael Harbin's just waiting to put his rubber stamp on it. Harbin votes for everything. A little sweet in the loafers there sometimes, if you ask me. Michael's like, will you just get to the part where I can vote for it? That's all I care about. Yep. Sydney's reading Larry's emails, and they're pulling up the statute going, you know, dang it, you're right. You're right. Oh, my God. That's your family tree. I mean, him and Boots came from the same stick of the family. Look, Larry goes, see that shit right there? There they are. Uh-huh. That's him at the family reunion. See, Sydney? Uh-huh. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, that's right next to his cousin Vern. Yep. Yep. And there's Boots. There's Boot for brain. See right there, him standing next to Lucky Chucky. That's him at the family reunion. I'm telling him. Larry says. Sydney goes, well, shit. I don't know. Now Lucky Chucky's praying to the Lee God. He's not listening to that guy. Look back at him and go, shit, what's gonna happen? Sydney, read her instructions one more time. Anybody got any questions before we vote? Look, Barbara points out that he already don't make the rules. Oh hell, public math. Oh hell. We're working on a study signed by some cronies, and we're going to show it to the BCC that said it's okay if we break all the rules. It don't matter. We're just going to adopt a 1% sales tax later and try to fix it. That's what the plan is. Yep. Uh huh. So Larry and them have the plan. Sydney's like, how much shit did he vote on? Larry, he voted on some shit. I don't know what. Look at them over here. They're still going at it. See them over here? They're still talking about it. They're like, oh shit. Yeah, I won't speak on it. This guy here won't it. Sydney's ready. She got to get that mask ready. Chuck still thinks he's in the game, but he knows he ain't. Hold on, look. Chuck voted, listen. But he did the other ones. Chuck admits he's already in trouble. Got to get one thing squared away. All right, that's a practice run for Chucky, getting ready for his next one. Okay, so there we are. We're 26 minutes into the meeting, and Chuck still won't leave, even though he's not allowed to vote. He's gonna sit there because he don't want everybody to know that he's too close to kin. Hold on. Here we are, another 20 minutes later, and there's a future board member up there telling everybody, I'm an engineer and I'm gonna get up on that board and I won't be conflicted. Listen to all my buddies. Yeah, we'll get into that later. But look, there's Chuck, who's not supposed to be there, who can't participate, just sitting there like a Robert Nelson. You can't make this shit up. So let's go on through here a little bit farther. Almost an hour into the meeting, Chuck's still there, like he's participating, and Chuck stays all the way. Look at this. Chuck stays to the end, like he's gonna pack up his county book and go home. Okay. So that's our introduction to Lucky Chucky Wilder. He showed up, knew he wasn't supposed to be there. He was Boots' cousin. Now he's in the race. Have y'all had enough of this bullshit? We're gonna cover a lot about little Lucky Chucky and his background and why he wants to be a commissioner and all this other stuff. I'm gonna carry a lot. I'm gonna cover lots of stuff on this, on part of the Mikey minions that he's trying to keep on the board of three. So anyway, that's it for today. You just can't make this shit up. So welcome to the commissioner's race, Lucky Chucky. I'll see you out there on the campaign trail. Till next time, you can't make this shit up. I'm Alan Osborne. Y'all keep them straight now. You hear?